Good morning. Toya asked me, was I ready? I said, I am ready. Good morning. Good Sunday morning to you, to everyone that's out there looking and listening in. I thank the Lord for being here on this morning. Thank God for you that have tuned in to watch training session 3, coming from the Crossroads here in the city of Prattville, Alabama. Just grateful for not only another day, but knowing that this is the day that the Lord has made. And I'm going to rejoice. You should join me and be glad in it. Thank God for first 2 training sessions. Thank the Lord for Danielle talking with us this morning about kingdom faith. Thank God for Tim asking the question, what are you filled with, you know? And then down at the bottom you saw everything that people possibly possess on the inside that causes them to be toxic. And it's up to you on this morning what you're going to do with what you got in you. But my training session is going to it's going to be a culmination of really those 2 and what the Lord had given to me on this morning, because I do know that all things work together good, and with all 3 of us being in 3 different places and given what we gave on this morning, it's going to, you'll see, it's going to come together. I already know what my topic is, and when Toya asked me, I told her wait a few minutes. Because what I want to talk with you this morning very briefly about before I actually get into it, but this is a part of the training, is I have a question for you. All of us have a need on today. We may not tell anybody what our need is, but everybody wants something else. There is something else that each of us have a need for. And we all, knowing that, say that God is our source. That's what we all say. But I had a question in my heart on this morning thinking about this. And I said, I wonder if God gave us what we wanted. If God was to really give it to us, would you be happy?
Come on now.
Would you be more faithful to Him?
Come on.
Would you love and would you serve your fellow man as we should?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that the answer to that question, or those questions, is twofold. It's a twofold. I believe that we would say yes, we would, but yes, we would. Yes, I would. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that if God did give you what it was you wanted or what you had a need for, I also believe that you would tell God thank you. You would even give Him the praise for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then Danielle will let you in that I tell you what, boy, that crunch is going on up in the center this morning. Crunching down, I'll tell you what. What's that word, Dan?
Misophonia.
I had that misophonia. I can't stand that crunch, y'all. That misophonia took me off my train of thought. But glory and hallelujah, I'm back on it. I believe that if God really was to give you what it was you wanted, I believe after you got it, and whatever the reason why you wanted it, when it wore off, you would understand that you only had pleasure for a moment.
That's it.
So then that would give you the opportunity to go right back, you know, and to want different things, or to crave different things, or to ask God for, you know, something different. But I want to ask you a question on this morning. Can we talk about what you don't want to talk about on this morning? That's what I'm going to do. Can we talk about what you don't want to talk about? You say, what do I not want to talk about? I mean, I'll talk about anything you want to talk about as long as you won't get my business. But it's your business is what you don't want to talk about. Can we talk about that on this morning? That's what we're going to talk about. It was amazing because before we actually came on live, I had everybody just to come up and to just say what it was that was in their heart, on their heart. Wasn't given anything specific to speak about. And Toya came up and she said some things, not knowing what the topic was, but I thank God that I'm able to listen to him and that he's able to allow me to know that what he has given me, it is what he said, and it's not just for me. It is for us all on this morning, and I do. I'm going to talk to you this morning from this. It's time to come out. It's time to come out. Now lately I've been dealing with the attitude that we need to have for our lives and our life to be transformed. And the attitude that we must have to transform our way of thinking, to transform our way of life or living, is going to come from our thoughts. It's going to come from what we're able to believe that we haven't believed yet. It's going to come from new information. It's going to come from you being able to hear something that goes down in you to what you've heard before, and then you're going to have to put those two hearings together to see what you come up and come out with. The attitude of transformation. And I told you at that particular time that scripture comes from Romans the 12th chapter. Whenever Paul said, I beseech you therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. He says, and be not conformed to this world. Confirmation to this world is why Christ came. He said, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's going to take new information to transform you into a new way of thinking, a new way of believing, in order to get a new way of living. And it's going to deal with our thoughts. I was in a conversation yesterday. I had a 3-hour telephonic conversation on yesterday, and it brought joy to my spirit, to my soul. But what I kept hearing was about the thoughts, the thoughts. And I realized at that time, I said, oh my goodness. I said, everything is about our thought. I said, well, what do we really know? Don't you know today that you're even living off of what somebody think? You have sometimes based your life and tried to live your life according to what somebody else has told you that they thought about you.
Right.
I thought. What are your thoughts on this morning? See, you think things about things, and that's not a problem. The problem comes in is whenever you think things about yourself.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Okay.
And that can be either good or bad.
Right.
Because sometimes you want to think things about yourself that you're really not ready to receive or even believe. But yet you're trying to live that thing out.
Right.
That's a bad way of thinking. And then you can go, I thought.
Yeah.
And then you can hear what somebody else says to you about you. And you can agree or you can disagree. And then you can also try to live from that. But this is the thought that really entered my heart on yesterday. You know, have you ever like we have graduated from high school and we went out, we got married, you just went out and we just lived our lives from high school. And we went and we lived in different places, different states. But yet, whenever we come back together, you can go back maybe to where you lived, and you can see some of the people that you graduated with, and then they look at you and they said, you know, hey man, hey girl, I thought you were. See, because from the last time they even saw you, or the last time that they heard somebody speak of you, that was the last thing that entered into them concerning you.
Right.
And whenever that last thing entered in, then that's where they hold you. They have a tendency to hold you in that place. But then it's not until you come back. See, I'm going to give you straight word for this. It's not until you come back into their presence and they see you again that they go back from that last memory, that last thought, the last thing that was put into them. And then they see you now in person. And then they tell you, hey, you know, I thought you were.
Right.
And they take it back to the last thing. But I'm going to tell you this. God will allow you to go back or to come back into that person's presence. Come back into their life at that time so that you can change their thoughts into reality.
Come on.
So that you can cancel the thought
Right.
and now show them what's real.
That's
It's
right.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Yo, I felt that.
Okay.
Can we talk about what you don't want to talk about? Which are your thoughts?
All right.
And it's so tough that we're living from the things that we think. We have built our life around our thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Even though what you're thinking is not true, it's not good, it's not right. But it's what you thought.
Right.
It's not until you know who you are.
Yeah. Come on now.
It's not until you know who you need to know that you become who you need to be.
Amen.
And I go back to the story of Moses. Whenever, after Moses had killed the Egyptian, you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all need a reference point. Just go read the book of Exodus. Because, see, it's time to come out. But listen, this is what is happening. It's a direct reflection on our lives also. After Moses did what he did in killing the Egyptian, keep in mind now, think about it in your thoughts. What have you done?
Mm.
What have you done?
Come on.
What have you done? But what Moses understood and Moses knew was this. Moses didn't think that anybody saw him.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever Moses, then another thing happened, and Moses went to take up, then he was found out that what he thought nobody knew,
Come on now.
he found out that they did. And then based on what Moses knew that he knew what Pharaoh was going to do based on what he did.
Mm-hmm.
So see, sometimes what you think and then what you know, it'll cause you to go away from the situation or the circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Moses did. Moses ran away. Moses left. I love the fact of the matter that he left. But he left out of fear.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever he left and he was gone for 40 years. 40 years. It's not a problem that you know what you know and you think what you think today.
Okay.
The solution is going to be found in where you're going.
Okay.
Oh my God. It's not a problem. If you know death, if you know if I stay here, death is going to come to me. If you know what you know, and you know it's not coming from a thought, but this is definitely what you know, and you run, I say run, Forrest, run. Because the help is going to come and where you run to.
All right.
Moses was on the backside of the desert for 40 years. See, whenever you allow your thoughts to take you into different places, if you don't meet who you need to meet in that place, I can't tell you how long you'll stay wrapped up, tied up, and tangled up in that place. Because in that place, whenever you know what you know, just like Tim was saying, whenever you are prepared to release what you know that's in you, then who you release it to makes all the difference.
Amen.
God, I believe God will set something up in the place where you go for you to be attracted to that thing, to be able to meet him
Right.
in that place.
Amen.
Moses saw that burning bush. But look,
Amen.
this is where we go wrong at sometimes. Whenever we go into that place, we go and we sit down and we wait for deliverance to come. We wait for help to come. But Moses didn't do that. Moses was actually working in that place.
Yeah, he would too.
See, if your thought don't take you to what you know, and what you know don't take you to the place where you need to go, and when you get in that place of going, if there is not work coming forth from you in that place, then how in the world do you ever expect to get the help that's needed? Yeah, Daniel said the solution, to get the solution that's needed. He stayed there for 40 years, saw that burning bush, was drawn to it. God began to speak with him and began to deal with him in that particular place. You say, well, God's not going to do that today. No, but he still speaks today.
Yes,
He may not speak the same way to you as he did to Moses, but he's still yet speaking today. But are you in the place? Did you run to the place where you could hear him?
Mm.
Did you stay in the place long enough for him to be able to see that you will patiently wait
Okay.
until your change comes?
All right.
Did you stay in the place? Are you still in the place? And if you are still in the place, just sit there until he comes.
That's right. Thank you, Jesus.
Sit there until you see what you need to see to be drawn to him. And then it gets better.
Mm-hmm.
God was telling them, now, Moses, the cry of the children, my children have come unto my ears. So I'm going to need you now to come out. You done served your time.
Right.
I'm going to need you to come out now. And I'm going to need you to go back. I'm going to need you to go right back the same way you came.
Mm.
But this time, you're not going from a thought. I'm telling you, because I know the thoughts
All right.
that I think towards
All
you.
right.
He said, you thinking that they're going to kill you. He said, but I got peace for it's all right. I got peace for you.
Mm-hmm.
He said, because you got to go back the way I'm sending you.
That's right.
And I'm sending you back.
Uh-huh.
So you know, what do we have a tendency to do from our thoughts? You can even hear the voice of the Lord and still have your own thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Moses told the Lord, he's like, you know, you want me to go, you know, they ain't gonna believe me, you know, who should I tell them that you know, that sent me, you know what? He said, you tell them the I am.
Hallelujah.
You tell them the I am sent you. Moses said, well, okay, well, come. And this is what I'm going to do. This is what's going to happen. Da, 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 da. And then Moses come up with another thing. He said, well, you know what? Well, you know that I am not of eloquent speech. I can't talk, God. I got a stuttering problem. He said, you always had one. You didn't just get it.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Whatever you coming out with, you already had. You didn't just get.
Come on.
You didn't just get it.
Yes. My God.
But you want to tell God everything
Mm-hmm.
to keep your thoughts alive.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay.
Amen.
He told him, he said, but you know, I got a stuttering problem.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you don't want to get God upset. You don't want to try to upset God's thoughts.
Yes.
Why are you trying to upset his thought when his thought's going to bring you to an expected end?
No better.
See? Your thoughts will keep you in the place of death.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just go with what he's telling you, his thoughts will bring you to an expected end.
Thank you, Jesus.
I can't speak. You know, what you want me to tell Pharaoh? He said, you know what? he told him, he said, it's your brother Aaron, the Levite.
Right.
I got him coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I got him coming. My God. And he'll be the mouthpiece for you.
Right.
What am I saying? I'm saying whatever you think your defect is there for a reason.
Okay.
Because God has another work in somebody else. And their work is contingent upon what your defect is.
Okay.
It's all right this morning.
Amen.
You trying to hold up somebody else
My God.
with your thoughts.
Jesus.
My God from Zion. It's time to come out. See, when it's time for you to come out of the place that you done ran to hide in, to get away from, and you done had that encounter with God in that place, it's time to come out.
Yes, Lord.
And that's what a lot of people can't say, just yes, Lord. A lot of people you have to make up all types of excuses. Why? Because you don't become comfortable in the place and doing that particular work. But God said, I got a greater work.
Greater.
There's a greater work. Or what you did here was fine the time that you was here.
Right.
40 years is long enough. 40. Coming out is time to come out.
Amen.
Let's talk talk about these thoughts. Let's talk about what you don't want to release. Let's talk about what's actually in your mind that people can't see, that you don't even say. That you have covered up with what you say and you put on top of that, and how you dress yourself to live above that. Mm-hmm. But the fact still remains. I thought.
That's what I thought. Mm-hmm.
You still have thoughts.
Oh my God.
You still have thoughts. And today, you really need to, if you're in that place, stay in it. Wait to hear what God has to say. And God will release you from that place, because it really is. It's time to come out. Mm-hmm. I heard Toya say, she thought about, everything that, and that's where it came from. Living off of what other people said about you. You taking those things in and you house those things in you. You can't even live your real life, your true life, because you're living somebody else's thoughts. You have took their thoughts and entertained their thoughts, and you placed their thoughts on the inside of you, and now you have become their words. You live their words. You live what they said concerning your life. It's time to come out. It's time. It really is. It's time to come out. There is a work, but you're going to have to go right back to those same people. He'll send you back the same way.
All right.
And he'll allow you to come to them to show them their thoughts. To show them that what you thought, this is reality. This is actually what it is.
Man.
So what it is not what you thought.
Show yourself to the king. I know that's right.
What it is not what you thought.
Yes, Lord.
But that's only after you had some time in the desert.
Okay.
There's only after you had some time to stay in the presence of the Lord, to hear what God is saying, to get your instructions from Him, to get your knowledge from Him, to get your knowing from Him, for you to be. You know what I thought about, y'all? This ain't gonna take you out. We used to always talk about, after you've been hurt, after you done went through a whole lot, whatever it is, you name it. And I just came to the reality on this morning that everybody is not going to experience the same thing. However, everybody can experience the same God concerning the thing. So what we have done was we have given more attention and put more attention on what it was that was done to us. Versus taking our eyes off of what was done to see and to realize that it was somebody else's thought concerning us. But in actuality, it really did happen to us. But we place more of our energy, our time on what it was that was done versus getting into the presence to know that God had a different thought.
Right.
He had a different end. And I said, it really doesn't matter what was done anymore. I want you to understand this for real. It really does not matter what was done. For your mind to be right, for your heart to be right, for your life to be right, it now is going to take you to get away from their thoughts and get into the presence of God. And there's a need that you need. And you're going to have to need to know now. To know, not to even think. You're going to have to cancel all their thoughts. And you cancel their thoughts when you get in the presence of God. But God is, like I said, He's going to send you right back. And you're going to come back into those people's lives. Because even their thoughts need to change concerning you. Even their thoughts need to change. And it really doesn't. It really does not matter on this morning. You should not allow it to matter what somebody think about you. Is what you need to know about yourself. But none of us could ever help the thoughts that came into us from somebody else. Because even up until today, you might not have known better. You might not have known better. But now that we do, like the Bible says, when you see the light, you walk in it. When you see the light, you walk in it. So from today forward, you know, you don't know whose life you're going to change by going back into their life before them to show them that you are real. You're not a thought. You're not in the place where they left you, where they put you. I thought you were going this, but I thought you had, they told me you. This is me, real, in the flesh. This is reality. This is your now. I am your now. I cancel out all your thoughts. I cancel out all of your thoughts. And this is real. This is me. So it is. It's time to come out. Why? Because somebody in this world is waiting. Somebody is waiting for a mind change. Somebody is waiting for a transformation. Somebody is waiting to be able to see that thoughts, that's just what they are, thoughts. And until we know the one that God said he thinks towards us, everybody else's thoughts are just this, that, mere thoughts. Just mere thoughts. It's time that we go back. It's time that we come out. It's time that we know that God has canceled all of the thoughts. And he's taking us back. And he's showing, allowing us to show them what real is. God bless you on this morning. It's time to come out. Go into the place. Go into you. Go into you. So that what's in you can take you into the presence of the true and the living God. That he can give you direction. He can give you instruction. And he can tell you the way to go. Because God has, the world is waiting. Let's say it like that. The world is waiting. And they're waiting for what? They're waiting for what you have in you. So that they could be delivered. Blessings to you on this morning. And I trust that, you know, today, after hearing this, that it's just going to be a great day. Free yourself from yourself. Free your mind. Get your mind right. That's what Tony wrote. Get your mind right. Yeah, you know what? And I tell you, for real, you all should go. I mean, you should go out there on Amazon and pull up the books. There are a lot of books that Dr. Antonio Hurt wrote that they're out there on Amazon. If you just, I tell you what, pull out books. Just type in books by him. You just, Dr. Antonio Hurt. You, if you do that, then you should come up with a list of the books. And I promise you, one of the books was Get Your Mind Right. And you can't get your mind right in other people's thoughts. Your mind will never be right as long as you continue to live other people's thoughts of you. Get your mind right. And then there's another one he wrote, he's like, man up. Man up. And your man up was not just for men. Man up was for women too. So just go out there. There's a lot of those books out there that I promise you in this day and time it's gonna do you good. And I just send you blessings, peace, love from here at the Crossroads. Please, by all means, tune in with us again on Tuesday nights. I don't even record on Tuesdays, y'all, because it'd be so in depth. But on Sundays, you do have the opportunity to get at least 3 training sessions from time to time. 3 whenever God allows Tim to come down all the way from Milledgeville, Sparta, Georgia. And 2 definitely on Sundays from Danielle and myself. So by all means, you know, tune in. And if this helps you, if you understand this and that is needed, share. For the life of me, I don't understand how people can view and agree and be selfish. You know, you won't tell nobody else about it. I'm not trying to build up anything for ourselves, but because the kingdom is going to be built. And the true believers, they already know what it takes to build God's kingdom. He said that he would raise up a nation that shall obey. I thank God for being a part of the nation on today. Blessings to each and every one of you. Join us again on next Sunday here at Crossroads Christian Ministries, where I, Dr. Cheryl Tabadell, am the lead teacher. Blessings.